to your nearest tea house!
Hey there, Looney Tunes fans. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Today we're diving into one of the most exciting animated events of the year, The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. This film marks a huge milestone for the Looney Tunes franchise, being the first fully animated feature-length film to receive a theatrical release. The story is packed with action, laughs, and a lot more depth than we usually get from these zany characters. But by the end, there's a lot to unpack. So if you've seen the movie and are still scratching your head, don't worry, we've got you covered. Let's break down everything that happens at the end of this wacky adventure and what it all means. So let's get started by talking about the plot and some of the wild moments that lead up to the big finale.
If you do not have a functioning roof within 10 days, this property...
The movie set up to start. The movie centers around three key characters: Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and Petunia Pig. The trio finds themselves in a serious predicament when an alien invasion threatens Earth. It all starts when a scientist discovers an asteroid heading toward Earth, only to notice something strange, a UFO that seems to be tailing the asteroid, vanishing as soon as he investigates. This sets up the story of the alien invader who has a complex plan that ultimately turns out to be far less sinister than it initially appears. Meanwhile, Daffy and Porky are struggling to keep their lives together. They live in a farmhouse inherited from a man named Farmer Jim, who raised them like his own children. But things aren't going well. They fail a house inspection and need to figure out how to make enough money to repair their home. Their adventure truly begins when they meet Petunia Pig, a scientist working on finding the perfect gum flavor at the Goody Gum factory.
I can't believe it. We're actually working well together.
The trouble with the gum. Everything seems fine at first, and Daffy and Porky start working at the factory. However, things take a turn when Daffy notices something suspicious. He discovers the scientist secretly pouring green goo into the gum mixture. Daffy tries to warn Porky, but of course, being Daffy, he's dismissed as paranoid. As it turns out, the new gum that's launched worldwide has a terrible effect. Anyone who chews it gets turned into a zombie-like servant under the control of the invader. Now, Daffy tries to raise the alarm during the product's launch party, but predictably, no one believes him. After getting himself and Porky fired, Daffy is proven right when he realizes the gum isn't just a bad product, it's part of an alien plot. Petunia, realizing the gum has been infected, begins investigating further and discovers the truth. An alien invader is behind the contamination, and he's using it to control humanity for his own plans.
I don't understand. Whenever people chew this, they turn into zombies.
The plan to stop the invader. As things escalate, the invader's plan comes into focus. He's turning people into mindless zombies to create a massive, interconnected bubble around the Earth. The bubble is meant to protect the planet from the asteroid that's hurtling toward it. Daffy, Porky, and Petunia come up with a plan to stop the aliens' influence by using Petunia's special rotten egg extract to make people spit out the infected gum. Now, things don't exactly go smoothly. Daffy, of course, messes things up by trying to intervene in the plan and creating chaos. After all the chaos, Petunia gets captured and Daffy and Porky are abducted by the invader. The invader reveals his true objective: to have everyone blow a massive bubble large enough to surround the planet, saving it from the asteroid. But Daffy and Porky's interference derails this, and now the three must come up with a new way to stop the asteroid from destroying Earth. The big reveal, the invader's true goal. At this point in the story, we see the invader's real motivation come to light. While it seemed like he was a typical villain, aiming to take over the Earth, he actually had noble intentions all along. The asteroid wasn't just a minor threat. It was going to obliterate the planet, and the invader had been using his gum bubble to act as a shield to bounce the asteroid away. By disrupting the plan, Daffy and Porky inadvertently put Earth in even greater danger. So now, with the planet in peril, the trio realizes they have to work with the invader to destroy the asteroid. The plan? They need to use Petunia's explosive gum, which they know will cause a chain reaction that could destroy the asteroid before it impacts Earth. The trio, along with the invader and a scientist who's also on their side, enter a weak point in the asteroid and prepare for the big moment.
They flipped! Oh my gosh, they flipped!
Stop
the asteroid crisis, and the final sacrifice. The big moment comes when they reach the asteroid. They decide to place large amounts of explosive gum in a spot near a massive crystal inside the asteroid, hoping that when the gum reacts, it'll trigger a chain reaction that will destroy the asteroid. It's a tense moment, and of course, things go wrong. The wind-up teeth used to chew the gum get tipped over, and the situation becomes even more chaotic. At the height of this disaster, Porky realizes they need to improvise, so he tells Daffy to go crazy. True to form, Daffy's wild antics cause the stalactite crystals inside the asteroid to fall, which actually end up helping to chew the gum. This chain of events leads to the asteroid exploding, saving the Earth in a spectacular and utterly absurd way. But here's the twist. Daffy and Porky are presumed dead after the explosion, and the planet celebrates its survival.
Sorry to break up your chitter-chattering, but we have a...
The surprising twist, Daffy and Porky's survival. Just when it seems like everything is over, the movie reveals a surprise. Daffy and Porky didn't perish after all. Instead, they survived the explosion, and they return to Earth. However, their joy is short-lived when they realize that their beloved home is destroyed. But then things take another turn. Remember that photograph Porky saved earlier in the movie? It turns out that Farmer Jim wasn't just leaving them the house. He had also left behind an insurance policy worth a whopping $5 million. With that money, Daffy and Porky are able to rebuild their home, but this time, it's a mansion, and they don't waste a moment flexing it. The house inspector even returns only to be met with the sight of Daffy, Porky, and Petunia living their new lavish life, much to the inspector's dismay. The significance of Farmer Jim's promise. Throughout the film, the promise that Daffy and Porky made to Farmer Jim to always stick together is central to the story. The destruction of their house initially seemed like a betrayal of that promise. But as it turns out, Farmer Jim's true legacy wasn't in the house. It was in the bond between Daffy and Porky. The $5 million insurance policy symbolizes not just a material reward, but a testament to their enduring friendship. When the two returned to their destroyed home, they realized that the promise wasn't about maintaining a structure, but rather about always having each other's backs. The mansion they now live in isn't just a replacement for the farmhouse. It's a symbol of their unbreakable bond and how they've grown together as a family. The Invaders' secret mission, the Boba Tea. Now, there's one final hilarious twist to the whole story. The Invaders' secret mission that everyone assumed was about something sinister. For most of the movie, he keeps mentioning a precious resource that he's after on Earth. People think it's something important, something earth-shattering. But it turns out that the resource wasn't a rare mineral or powerful artifact. It was Boba Tea. Yes, you heard that right. The alien invader was simply a fan of Boba Tea. And once the Earth is saved, we see him enjoying his newfound access to this delicious drink. It's a silly and lighthearted way to wrap up the story, showing that sometimes things aren't as serious as they seem.
The first round of boba is on me.
Daffy and Porky's new backstories. The movie also gives us some new insights into Daffy and Porky's past. We learn that they weren't always the wisecracking duo we know today. When they were babies, they were adopted by Farmer Jim after being abandoned. They were raised as brothers by Jim, who taught them the importance of sticking together. Their backstories, though light on details, provide a heartwarming context for their relationship, making their adventures together even more meaningful.
He's causing an earthquake!
Our nerdy thoughts. So what does all of this mean? At its heart, the day the Earth blew up. A Looney Tunes movie is about friendship, loyalty, and of course, the unpredictable chaos that comes with Daffy and Porky's antics. The film takes us on an absurd adventure full of twists and turns, with an ending that brings the characters full circle in a way that's both heartwarming and hilarious. It might not be the traditional Looney Tunes plot we're used to, but it's definitely a fun and exciting new chapter for the iconic duo. What did you think about the movie and its ending? Were you surprised by the twists? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more Looney Tunes content and movie breakdowns. Until next time, that's all, folks.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.